Thank you for coming today. So my name is Hassan Habib, and I'll be your placement manager, and I'll be your observer as well. So my responsibility is to observe 4 presentations from you, 4 presentation, and today is gonna be your first presentation. So probably I have given you some sort of instructions how you need to present yourself. So make sure you use marker. So when you come here, at least you write your name. So for example, my name is MD Hassan Habib. That's the first thing. You got to use your marker because in my observation sheet, there are a lot of things to mark, and one of them is, have you used your marker? That's the first thing. Second thing is engagement. So are you engaging with your students? So are you asking questions? This is the thing. So for example, let me share it with you. So now I'm gonna share with you something on the slide. So I completed my master's in international business from Birmingham City University. And also I have some teaching qualifications. These are this. So I have showed you this. Then quick thing, just I'm asking a question. So for you, what's your name, sir?
Sunny.
Sonny. So can you please tell me what I just showed in two slides? What I showed you in these 2 slides.
The 2 slides.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 slides you show me the introduction to school.
Mm-hmm.
And
some teaching qualifications.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So that means I engaged with my class. So this is how you need to do. And also you need to. Yes, that's right. And also sometimes you need to give some time to do the pair up and do some group discussion. It might be 1 or 2 minutes, just quick thing. So you know how to engage with the class and also within the class. That's the thing. And at last, once you finish, then you should give some opportunity to your students to ask you a question. That's the thing only. So I'm not asking you any questions, just I'll observe. And I have got observation sheet here. Just I'll enjoy the presentation and just keep observing. And at the end of this observation, I will share with you how we're gonna fill out your what is called log sheet. Yeah. So
the school gave us one as well.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'm gonna give you one of these here, and I'll explain to you how to fill it up because you are supposed to do 100 hours at least. If you do 102 hours, 5 hours, that's absolutely fine. But it shouldn't be less than 100 hours. So make sure you put 100 hours. Yeah. And how we're gonna put 100 hours, I'll explain so that you don't feel any sort of difficulties while using this. Do you have any questions?
Yes,
No.
The other time, Sylvia took a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we look at
Good. So yeah. So okay. So I ask you to prepare for 30 minutes class. However, here you're gonna perform for 15 minutes, 15 max 20 minutes, and yeah, that's the thing you need to do. So just I'm introducing the whole thing here. Is so if anytime the alarm goes off, so the first fire exit is if you just turn left and then left, and there is the assembly point over there. That should be the assembly point. And so you shouldn't come back until you request to come. That's the first thing. Second thing is if you need tea, coffee, there is a kitchen over there, and inside the back, all the stuff over there, just go and help yourself. And if you'd like to use what is called toilet, washroom over there, so there are 3, one for gents, one for disabled, the other one for ladies. That's the thing. So we're gonna start right now before studying this observation. So do you have any more questions? No? Okay, thank you. So first of all, I'd like to request Kenny. So she's gonna do the first presentation.
Good morning, class.
Good morning.
How are you? Can see you're looking good. Right, I'm sure some of you will be wondering why you're sitting down here today, knowing that you are already employed by your employer, Marriott Hotel. I know what you'll be wondering why they've asked you to come and do this training. Does anybody know? No? Okay. the reason why Marriott said I should come and offer you this training is because, you know, Marriott Hotel, you know how Marriott Hotel is a big one and they have a standard, isn't it?
Yes.
And in their mission statement, they say that they would like to maintain that standard so that their customers will come back. All organizations like repeat customers. They want their customers to come back. So they want to make sure they get it right at the first instance. So that's why they say, okay, let's start from our housekeepers. Let's give them the necessary training that they need to give us good service to our guests at the first instance. So it's not as if they don't like what you're doing, but they want to raise the standard. They want to give you more tips on how to do what you are doing better. You understand? Okay. Before I go further, I welcome you again to the class. It's going to be the length of the course is about 12 weeks. You know that? Okay. So we'll be taking one thing after the other weekly. But for this week, I want to welcome you to the course. I promise you it's an interesting one. You are familiar with the work anyway, so you know what you're doing. So it's just for me to add a little bit of knowledge. Right. Before I proceed, I'll just quickly do the registration. Okay? Yeah. Farida? Yes. Oh, welcome. Thank you. Audrey? Okay, thank you. Can you just talk down? Yeah. Let me know you're present. Thank you. Ellie? Yes, present. Thank you. Mohammed? Yes, please. Sonny?
Yes, ma'am.
Habib? Thank you. Thank you all. Welcome. Now.
My name.
Oh, I'm sorry. Elizabeth. Sorry. Oh, Elizabeth. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Right. So, I should have told you this earlier on, but it's not too late. My name is full name is Kehinde Igbinyemi, but for easier pronunciation, just call me Miss Kenny. And I'm going to be with you for the 12 weeks period where we'll be teaching this. Now, you know, in every organization, every circumstances, people should be the best environment you can have to have a good environment is to be guided by rules. Not rules as in when you go to court and all that, but, you know, rules that will guide us, that will enable us to, you know, enjoy a peaceful classroom environment. So I'm going to talk about, we have few ground rules that we're going to follow. Now, I'm not here to impose any rule on you. I want us to work together so that it is rule. We are going to put on some ground rules that we know that we can work with. So who wants to give me the first ground rule that you want us to follow in this classroom to enjoy a good atmosphere?
No eating in the class.
Thank you, Elizabeth. The first one is no eating in the class. I'll say ground rules.
We are eating. The first person who said that, she's eating.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay, Elizabeth, I want you to remove your chewing gum. Put that away. Thank you. So no eating during lesson. That's rule number one. I'll take, who wants to give me another one? Yes, Sonny?
Phones should be silent.
Oh, thank you. That's a very important one. Phones on silence. Right, phones on silence. Thank you, Sonny. And the third one?
Respect each other.
Thank you so much, Adria. So, respect. I'm going to put that in capital. Respect. Very important. Respect each other. I know if you can go on and on, but for today, because we have a lot to cover, I want us to maintain these 3 ground rules. First, no eating during lesson. I'm going to give you 15 minutes break later for tea. Then you're going to have one hour break for lunch. Okay? The second one is, so I don't want you to eat in the class. That's why I'm trying to say that. You have your break and you have time to eat. Phones on silence. I know you're all adults. You might have important calls to take. If you look at it, if it's very important that for you to carry on, you can step out and take the call and come back, okay? We just don't want any disruption. And the third one is respect. We all are individuals. We want us to respect each other. Some might have some invisible disability. Whatever each and everyone is, just respect each other, okay? So, I'm going to carry on. So, this is the rule that's going to guide us today. When we come back tomorrow, we'll look at what we've done today, then we'll be able to add more. Sorry? Would I? I hope I'm not. Okay. What did I do? Just that. Okay. So, like I said, those are some of the ground rules that we're coming back, but let us work with these 3 for today. Now, if you go back to the first slide, what can you see there as housekeepers? I want you to pick one picture and tell me what you can see. What picture can you see on this first slide, and what does it mean? Yes, honey?
Yes, there's a cleaner cleaning the floor.
Okay, that's a cleaning lady.
Yeah.
Is that part of your job? Yes, as housekeepers. And you?
A bucket of cleaning.
Cleaning job. That's what you need to do your work. Right. So all these pictures are familiar, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, let's just carry on. Like I said, more ground rules later. Right. That's the ground rules. Now, what we are doing today, you know, in everything that you do, even if you are going to be, if you are talking to your children at home, you definitely need communication. Communication is the main key. Even whatever you do, whether you are saying it verbally or non-verbally, or even you are using the eyes to talk to them, you communicate. So that takes us to the topic of today, communication at workplace. I know you've been talking to your guests several ways and all that in the past, talking to your supervisors, but like I said, we just want to change the way that you do things a little bit, all right? So the first one is, what is communication?
Express yourself.
Well done. It's a way of expressing yourself. Thank you, Andrea. Anybody want to give me an idea? Tony?
Exchanging information.
Thank you. Exchanging information. So, communication can be defined as an act of imparting or exchanging of information by speaking, by writing, by reading, or by any other forms that we are going to talk about later. So that is communication. When you talk to people, you communicate with people. So, and the importance of communication is expressing yourself. Expressing yourself, letting people know what you've got to tell them, and passing on information that you have, that you want them to have. So communication is very, very important in any establishment or in any circumstances. You need to communicate and get response as well. So now, in our hotel here, Marriott Hotel, there are some words that you people are used to, which you call vocabularies. Now, what I want you to talk about is, I want 1 or 2 people to tell me the vocabularies that you can find in the work premises in our hotel. What are the words, as housekeepers, what are the words that you are familiar with, that you say day in, day out, that relates to your work as housekeepers? Yes, Adria, you want to try?
We need to clean.
Cleaning. Well done. Cleaning. That's it. These are hotel vocabularies, yes? Cleaning. As a housekeeper, there is no way you will not talk about cleaning, right? What other word can you think of, Farida?
Health and safety.
Health and safety, thank you. Health and safety. That's another topic that I'll be discussing with you sometimes, but not now. But of course, your supervisor must have mentioned to you that you need to follow the health and safety rule of the hotel. One more word, please. Mohammed, you want to try? Hotel? Yeah, any word that you can think of? I'll give you a clue when you check in. When you check in, where do you go to sleep in the hotel? Room, thank you. Room. Okay, so that's room. So those are the similar vocabularies that you come across when you are in a hotel. And I've got some here. And I want you to signify if you recognize some of these words. Oops. Okay. So I've got these words here, which are the words that we come across in hotel setup. That's room, guest, opera, do not disturb, the checkout, vacant, all those. They come up in your work environment. There's no way you come to work with this that you not mention these words. Now, okay, right. Those are more words: accommodation, vacancy, empty, occupied, and knock. Right. Now, communicating. There are so many ways that we can communicate. Communicate to each other. Whether you want to communicate to your supervisor, you want to communicate with your work colleague, or you want to communicate with your guest when you want to clean their room. So what are the ways that you can communicate? Sorry, don't forget. Well, we'll come back to that. When you want to talk, signify. I just don't want us to have too many ground rules today. Right, Ellie? Phone, through telephone, yes. Okay, phone.
Email.
Thank you, email. Who's that?
Frida.
Oh, Frida, thank you, email. Other ways? Letter writing, yes. Letter writing. I know computer has taken over everywhere now. People don't write letters anymore. They use email and all that, but people still write letters. So letters and
Post-it note.
Yeah, you can use post-it note. Yeah, post-it note. Yeah, that's allowed. Yeah, post-it note.
And verbal communication.
I'm coming to that. Right. Thank you. Verbal. That takes us to the types of communication that we have. Verbal communication, like Elizabeth mentioned. Verbal. Who can tell me the other type of communication? I know Elizabeth has mentioned one. Sounds. Yeah. There are three types. Sounds will come under verbal because they're still making sound. But there are three types. Verbal. What's the second one? Sign language. Well, sign language will come under non-verbal. Yes. So that's the word I'm looking for. Non-verbal communication. That's the second one. And the third one, I won't waste your time, is a visual. You remember, I took it down to look at this. Even without reading this, what do you think these people are doing? They are communicating with each other. And look at that as well. That's phone communication. Thinking is still saying something. So people may communicate the way I'm communicating with you now, verbally, and they may decide not to communicate. So what are the non-verbal way that you can use not to talk, to talk to people?
You can have a sign language.
Sign language, thank you.
Signposting.
So, signage, yes?
Yeah, and also signposting as well.
Signposting, yes, it's the signage.
Body language.
Body language, thank you. And body language, you include facial expression, gesture, thank you, Elizabeth. And appearance. Appearance, like if you walk into a room and we meet Abib dressed like a clown, not like a moderator that he is, what would that tell you? If he's dressed like with a hat, colorful hat, with a lady's skirt.
That will come to the party.
Yeah, or maybe this is a costume or
Yeah, it's inappropriate.
inappropriate. So an appearance is another form of communication. When you see people, you see the way they are dressed, that will tell you what they are. So, well done, class. What we're going to do today is, Farida, I know you need this handout. It's what I've been teaching all along.
Thank you.
It's a bolder form of it, so you can
Thank you so much.
go through it, and we'll continue to do the meeting later. Right, so I'm going to give you a little activity to do. What I want you to do is, like we mentioned in all the words in this, I want you to get me words that are used in housekeeping. So I'm going to put into two groups. You ladies here, let me do this. Farida, you're going to join Mohammed and Sonny. So you three will be group one. There you go. And the last group is this. So what I want you to do, give me 5 words each, as quickly as you can. You're going to select somebody that will come and read, just read to me. So give me 4 words or 5 words each of words that you can find in housekeeping department.
5 words.
5 words each.
We need vacuum cleaner.
Write it, you're giving them your answer.
Look at the paper.
Who's got the paper? Yeah, go on. I gave you the one. I gave you the group one. Where's that? Who has it? Oh, Sonny has it. Just one.
Tony, are you writing it?
You have to work together as a group. You have to work together as a group. 2 minutes more. It's going to be a quick one, because I know it's break time now. You ready? Yeah. Okay. Who's going to present for your week? For your group, rather? Are you going to just read it? Yeah, come.
First one.
No. I want you to come here. Oh. Please come here. Good. Don't worry, I know it's break time. You soon go for your tea break now.
Just a few things, yeah?
Just read it. Yeah. So group 1 is presenting, and Ellie is doing that for us. So go on.
We can find a cleaning product.
Thank you. Yeah. Cleaning products.
Hoover.
Well done.
Mop.
Thank you.
What did you? Squeege.
Squeege?
What's the mean squeege?
Broom. Okay. Broom. Okay. Thank you so much. Let's clap for group 1. Thank you. And the last group?
Similar stuff.
Farida, come on. Come and do the presentation for the class. Thank you.
You can say. No, you done. You can put.
Farida, come.
Yeah, don't worry. What you have put in there is okay.
Where's the list?
List I'll say by mouth.
Oh, lovely. Go on.
So we need toiletries. So
Toiletries.
Freshener.
Okay.
Toilet rolls, all these things we need.
Okay.
So cleaning stuff we need it. Brushes, brooms,
Okay.
mop, bucket.
Don't limit them to cleaning in the hotel generally. In the hotel environment.
We need air freshener as well to feel good about it.
Okay.
Smell good.
I'll give you a clue. I've got a clue on here.
Yeah.
The words that you speak, they come across.
Check
Check in,
in,
thank you. Check in, check out. Do not disturb. Remember when you want to clean the room and the guest doesn't want you to come in, maybe they're sleeping, they just put the sign there, which is one of our visual communication. Is that? Yeah. Thank you so much. Let's clap for Farida. Thank you. Right. Now, any question?
No.
Any question?
No, there's a question.
No question.
Come on,
Okay. All right then. Okay. Thank you so much. We'll see you after break. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, record me. Yeah, good afternoon, class. Good afternoon. It's nice having everybody here with all pretty faces and ready to learn. My name is Elizabeth Eseku Akineye. I will write it on the board. Anybody can remind me today's date?
Today's 15th.
15th, yeah, that's very good. Of Feb?
Yes.
2023. And we just started the year. Okay, and this is my name. Elizabeth. It's a double barrel surname, so I'll just shorten it as to make it easy for pronunciation. So I'll say Elizabeth Eseku Akineye. You can easily call me Elizabeth. Okay. It's very simple. And on your desk, you can see there's a name tag on the desk for a quick reminder. And there's a name tag on my desk as well, in case you want to call my name. So we are all equipped. Thanks so much. And before we go any further today, we'd like to do registration. Yes. Yeah, which is very important. Yeah. So how many of us in the class? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 students. Yes. And I got the registration file here because we have to do this, otherwise the management will be confused of how many students we have in the class. So please bear with me. I will call out the name. When you hear your name, kindly please signify with hands or you use your words, yeah? First of all, call Hassan. Welcome, sir. Mr. Sonny, welcome, sir. Mr. Mohammed. Oh, thank you, welcome. Miss Farida. You're more than welcome. Miss Ellie, hello. You're welcome. Well done. I can see you with smile and I like a jockey. And Miss Handra, you're very welcome as well. Welcome. And Miss Kenny, you're welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being patient and listening. That's registration done. It didn't take us much of a time. And if anybody comes in, we will do the registration again. And the afternoon registration will be done accordingly. Thank you very much. Now, today, as you all know, we are teachers supporting students of special needs. Student of special needs. I'm very passionate about this. I've been working with students of special needs for a very long time. I would say about 30 years that I've been working with them from primary school to secondary school and college, supporting their learning. This is very important for us to know because we need to develop them to acceptable behavior in the society. The first question is that what is special needs? Anybody can answer that? What is special need? What do we know as special need?
Recognizing person's needs, meeting the person's needs.
Special need, yeah.
Special needs.
Yeah. We have to, thank you very much, Farida. We have to acknowledge the needs of individual students. Like we all learn in our theory of the Piaget theory, every student, everybody has their needs, and Maslow hierarchy as well of developing is very important that we know. And there's some students that are born, some people, human being, individual, born with special needs. Those are people with Down syndromes, dyslexia, you don't know that because it's kind of mental illnesses. Facially, when you see them, you will know until when they start talking to you or when they have to learn something. They forget, they mix up spellings, they mix up words quickly, and that's how they can be diagnosed as being dyslexia, as being special. And those people, they will need kind of like one-to-one support. They will need constant prompting in their learning. Then we have those people who have learning disability. Learning disability means that they cannot learn anything. They can sit in the classroom, but they cannot learn what other students of their same age are able to learn quickly and fast. And we have those people also who have physical empowerment. Physical empowerment. Can anybody name for me what's physical empowerment? Physical empowerment, disability,
Okay.
physical.
Yeah, physical impairment could be said to be any kind of disability that could be seen, that could be seen, that is physical in the eyes, that people recognize.
Visual.
Like,
Yeah.
like
Can't hear.
when they can, no, that's not physical.
Can't
No,
hear.
no, physical, no. When they are blind,
Yeah.
you can see they're not blind, or when they cannot walk properly,
Blind.
mobility problem, those are physical.
Disabled.
Mobility problem.
Yes. Physical is those who have especially mobility problems. If I walk in here and I start like this, everybody sees me that I am limping. I've got some problem. Yeah? That is physical problem, physical disability. If I come here and I got my hand like that, shaking, teacher will ask me, can somebody help Elizabeth to write? Because it's physical. It can be seen. Something that can be seen that is not correct in somebody's life. Yeah, that's physical. Yeah? Thank you very much. And also, any other type of disability that we know?
It's also like Down syndrome. People
Down
with
syndrome. Down syndrome, yeah. People with Down syndrome as
Is
well.
that physical?
That's also
Yes.
physical, yeah. That's another physical disability. Because when a child with Down syndrome, from as soon as they were born, the parent will know. Anybody who comes to see them will know that this child has.
Is it because of their eyes?
Yeah, it could be the eyes and the
Physical
structure, their
appearance of
facial structure.
physical appearance you
Yeah,
can see.
their physical.
That person's got, Down
Yeah.
syndrome.
Down syndrome. Yeah. So they have the physical appearance, and also as they are growing older, their growth will be different from other children of their age. And also they can have other kind of disability, such as speech problem or hearing problems. So all these are physical disability. And also we have mental disability. Those are the people that I've mentioned dyslexia before. Dyslexia can be classified as mental, am I? And also we have some students that, like everybody is sitting, they cannot sit still. They have to get up. They have to be extra active. They have this kind of it's diagnosed as DHT or DHD. Or generally it is called SIN, special educational needs. They need some special clarity on how to be educated, how to be supported. In the classroom, like you are going now, you will come across students with DHT that you will need to do one-to-one support with. How do you support them? We will look at those. That's where it comes to who are those that special education is designed for. So who are those? These are the people. These are the categories of students that special education is designed for. Special education is very important in our society because these children, they didn't bring themselves here. They didn't create themselves here. They are the same as us. That is why we have the act.
It needs to be recognized.
Yeah. The legislation recognizes them. Equal Act. Is very important. Equal Act 2018 actually has been amended 2018. This act was developed in 1998, Equal Act. I remember I was in one school, Millfield School, when the act came up. The lady, I really admire her. Those old schools, they have no lifts, nothing. And it's a very big school. They have big classrooms that all students can enjoy. But then it's only designed for able students, children who can run up and down. Where is that left children like this? If a parent have two children, one is able and one is non-able, you have to be looking for school maybe out of borrow, out of your, for the other child. But when all schools has places for children like this, it will make the life of the parents to even be more very comfortable. Because you're dressing both of your children to go and learn in the same environment. It will give the siblings opportunity to be able to care for the one that needed care as well, to give reassurance, confidence for all the other children to grow and to nurture. Thank you. So, in that case, that school, they had to make a provision for lifts for children. So when you go into school, some schools now, you see those schools with lifts, with room for, what do you call this again? So those schools have been modified for inclusion. So we call them inclusion schools. So these are the people that special education is designed for. Thank you very much. Any question on this slide before we go further?
I don't have a question, just sharing the experience. I used to work in a primary school, and I used to work with the children with the Down syndrome.
Yeah.
Children with the Down syndrome. And it's really hard to work with them because they can't speak, they have a speech problem, and also they can hear as well. So it was very difficult. So I used to do sign language to teach them, use the computer, and also the PCs, mosaics and stuff, to show the colors and everything. Pictures, yes. So it's really hard life for them. That's what I wanted to share. It's really sad
Thank you
to
very
see
much.
them.
Yeah. And that is why I love my job. Somebody has asked me, are you going to change? I said, no, because empathy, I feel for these children.
It's a calling.
It's a college, thank you. I feel for them. Even in this college, when they say, why don't you look for something else to present? I said, this, I can talk, wake me up. I'm ready to talk about this. Talk to anything I want to. When I go out, I see them on the street, I want to engage. One day I went out and this particular child was giving the mother a big trouble. The mother couldn't communicate. I went to the child. I was like, and the child just looked at me and the child smiled. The child just smiled. The child was having a meltdown. When they have anger like that, we call it meltdown. And when you melt down with them, you understand, they will understand you and they will yield. And that is very important. Thank you very much, Farida, for your contribution. I will want, yes?
The problem I have with the first slide is the color of the white and the dark color. You can see.
You cannot see properly.
The first slide,
Yeah.
you see the white and the yellow background. It's very difficult to see.
Yeah. So that is why I'm saying that sometimes disability is in all of us. According to Piaget's theory, actually, it says every one of us will need some form of disability to function. I have to learn. I just learned that Mr. Sonny said to me that the white background,
the first line,
I'll go back. So,
and the
yeah.
It's difficult
To see.
Yeah.
So please pardon me.
Yeah. In the brown,
Yeah.
the white. So if it's black.
So what color? Okay, black. Okay.
That can be visible.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Sonny. It actually was a bit of a struggle for me.
Yeah.
I couldn't put words, but help me to appreciate it. Help me to appreciate it because I picked the. Yeah. Next time, let's see. Because remember, we're here for 12 weeks.
Yes.
12 weeks, we together. And we're going to enjoy each other for that 12 weeks.
Yes.
You know?
Thank you.
So, thank you very much. So, I will adjust. Okay. All right, I will do special education needs. I've explained majority of this, and this is the website. You can go to read more about it. You know, when you are working with special educational needs, you need to be at alert at any time. They can have meltdown. Is when you see them displaying.
Please, I need to take call for my son's school.
Yes, ma'am. You're allowed. You're allowed. So when you see them having the meltdown section, like anger, tantrum, it's not their doing. They don't do it intentionally. It is part of their condition. You need to understand. You need to allow them. It's like Kenny now, who want to go out to pick a call. She didn't do it intentionally. The call came in. She has to go out to pick the call. And this is where the one-to-one comes in action. When the meltdown starts, don't try to restrain them or give them their moments. Support them to go through that moment. And before you know it, they will come down and everything will be all right. And at that time, you'll be able to teach them. I will go quickly. I will just read. Can somebody read it out for us? Sonny, do you want to help me? Can you see this one? Yeah?
Special educational needs, special educational needs often refer to as sin or sin.
Sin.
Special
Or sin.
educational needs and disabilities.
Yeah.
It's a term used to describe learning difficulties or disabilities that make it harder for children.
We can see that one.
Share to the same age compared to children of the same age, like I've mentioned here. I've listed them here. It's the ability or inability for them to measure up to children of their same age, you know. So we need to understand that it's not something of their doing, that they done wrong or right. It's not about their parenting, it's not about anything. It's just the condition in their body, in their brain, that affects their learning. And our duty is to help them to catch up as much as they can, to help them as they're growing, because they're growing, they have life like you and I have. So they will grow we have to support them to meet their potential in life. If you go to Tesco, you see some of them working at the counter, shelving, some are doing customer services. It's because somebody has paved a good ground rule for them. So it's important. Thank you. I got so much on my slide. I want to go quickly. But if we don't cover it all today, we're coming back tomorrow. Tomorrow is there. We will cover more tomorrow. Yeah?
I think it's a break time.
Okay. So I will... Okay, let's just quickly do one more slide before we go for our break, our 15 minutes break. And when we come back, we'll be... Yes. So that now, in this slide is supporting children and young people who have special needs seen. Learning to be active, calm, socialize with other children, with others, awareness of their environment. You have to make them to be aware of the environment, dangers in the environment, where they should go, where they shouldn't go, guiding them with words. And also, I will quickly show you this one that we built to support them, like flashcards. This is the flashcard. This one, I just, we do laminating. When you do it like this, you laminate it. In these flashcards, you can see this one shows toilet. Yes, where the toilet is. When you show them, when you see them showing sign of distress, you bring out the flashcard. You want to go toilet? And when they point it, That means they want to go toilet. To the non-verbal ones.
So it's about signposting.
Signposting as well, using sign language, but this one is called flashcards.
Yeah, so they know easily what to do.
What to do. Or if he's eating, you can see in this picture, it's eating. So they want to eat. You see, they will show you the sign language.
To recognize these things.
Yeah, to recognize it. I'm trying to be quick, so that I don't bore you guys too much. Thank you very much. And, okay, how to arrange activities. That one, we're going to talk about this tomorrow when we come. Okay. In this one, it's going to involve us going in groups, talking about the activities, how to plan it. You have to derive your own topic, what you're going to do. Either walking in the forest. You remember I said the first slide, the previous one, the awareness of environment. By doing that, taking them out on a walk, you limit the danger that they can encounter when they are growing up. You help them to live more independent life. When somebody is like 20, 30, you don't expect their parents to still be holding them about. There are some that they did not acquire that skill yet, that they still need to be supported. But we do as much as we can do for them to live an independent life. So this activity, we'll leave it for tomorrow.
So, Miss, are we to think about what we will write about against tomorrow?
Yes, okay. Yes, we have to think about that.
And bring it to the class? Yes,
please. And then you will discuss it in the group and bring it together, modify it, and you can present it out. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to do tomorrow is our activity, planning activity tomorrow. Okay. Day after is when we're going to do the presentation of the activity, because we cannot plan the same day, write it down the same day, and then present it the same day. So I'll give us like 2 days to do those presentations.
So we need to get a PowerPoint slide or just...
You can just use your paperwork. Okay. Use it in the paper, and by then I will provide you with a big roll charts.
Okay. Can you have your email address so we'll give you email if it's okay?
Yeah. That's thank you very much for your question. And my email address is, I'm going to leave it behind under my name here.
Please, Miss, don't rub off the one at the bottom. I'm still writing.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. This is my humble email address.
Please check for us if it's okay or not. We are on the right track?
Yes. So when you email it to me, I'll be able to check and give you feedback if you're on the right track, and then we can do the presentation. Remember, tomorrow is for the planning. We will learn how to do our planning, and we'll go in our groups, do the planning. We'll be given topic. You have to design your own topic and the planning. And after that, you will now come up with the slides or the write-up. Send it to my email.
Student rep, please.
Yes. That I would send it to I have the student reps number. Kenny and Farida, are you?
1 is 1 o'clock. We're going to go for lunch.
Okay. Thank you so much. And yes, we've come to the conclusion. The conclusion of this topic is next week. We are rounding up next week, and we'll come up with all your work. We will conclude. Question and answering, that will come after the feedback of your presentation. We will ask questions. I will ask you questions as well, and you will ask me questions. It will be interactive class. And that's it. Thank you very much for listening.
Good afternoon. My name is Sonny Achiba Dankwa. You can call me short Sonny, not Japanese Sonny, African Sonny. And let me write my name here. Sonny Achiba Dankwa. Yeah. You can call me Sonny for short. No Japanese, please. Yes, and then today's date in the 15th, 2, 3.
Sorry, teacher is standing for the talk a little bit louder, please. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So we're going to talk today about business management. I'm a DET, so I'm going to talk about the business management, and this is going to talk the topic of business management, marketing, mixed application, planning, business, and objectives. So we go to slide 2. Yes, and the ground rules. We have all phones on silent, no talking, no getting, be nice and polite to another, no eating or drinking in class, and listen attentively, late comers to try not to cause distraction in the form of anything. And then if you need to go out, do so quietly, no noise. All right, so let me ask you questions. Why should we put our phone on silence? Can anybody tell me why?
So we don't distract anyone in the class.
Yeah, no disturb anyone in the class. Anyone in the class. Thank you. So we move to the next. And the aim and the objective of what we are going to talk about is the marketing mix application, planning, and business objective. And the aim objective is the understand ways
Sir,
different.
Sir,
Yeah.
you haven't taken
Yes, I have to class. Thanks for correction. Thanks for reminding me. We have to take the.
I don't want the.
Yes.
I didn't come here today.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yeah. So we're going to class register.
Yes, please.
Yes. Let me see.
After I'm going to continue your teaching.
Yes. Hello, Mohammed.
Yes.
Yeah, you're here. Mr. Hassan is in. And Farida? Good. And Haley? Yes. You're in. Audrey? Okay. Haley? Yeah, I hope everybody is going to stay till we end of the class. It's not going to be boring, you know. All right. Thank you.
I just have to go because he has an appointment.
Have an appointment?
Yeah, at the hospital.
Oh, sorry, we're going to give you the time. Give it a bit of time. We're going to go soon, yeah? Okay. All right. And this is understand ways different organizations apply marketing mix. And we have demonstrate how this application mix help with the marketing planning process. And we have finally, how does the process help an organization to achieve its objective? So it's 2, aim and objective. Who can tell us what is objective? Any idea of objectives?
The purpose of
The objectives.
the purpose of the course.
All right.
The teaching of the lesson.
Okay.
Or the business you're doing, the objective of the business plan or
what you are meant to achieve at the end of the lesson.
Okay, that's it.
And
All right, and the aims as well?
Similar, it's like the purpose. What you are striving to achieve at the end of the course.
Okay.
The reason why you are teaching us this topic.
Okay, so the objective is the business objectives are the specific, measurable results that companies hope to maintain as their organizational growth, so that's the objective. So the target. Yes, thank you so much. And we move to research topic. What is marketing mix application? This is refer to strategies used by business organizations to influence customers to purchase their products. How do businesses want the customers to purchase their product? How do they do that? And that is the marketing mix, that's the plan, the strategy, how we can do that. And we have, it is made up of 7 elements as shown in the diagram. Once you see what is on the board, the marketing mix, which is a product, price, place, promotion, people, process, and physical. So once you have the 7-piece marketing strategy, the product is you have to have the product, that is where you have the good product, that is where the whole thing is talking about. And you see the price. What is the price? What is that? The competitors going to talk about it. How do you compete with your competitors? About the price and the place. How do you get, where can people get the product to buy? So you have to strategically put in the place that people can just get this. Then there has also promotion. If you have a product and there is no promotion, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Can anybody tell me if you have a product and it's like under the cardboard, nobody sees the product? What's going to happen?
Nobody will know about your product.
Yes, you're not selling. You need a promotion in order to sell your product. And then we have the people that is going to be there, and we have the process, that's the physical evidence is also there.
And advertise it as well. If you don't do advertise, then you cannot sell the product.
No way, you cannot. Thank you so much. Let's go to research comparing Red Bull and Coca-Cola relentless marketing mix. Once you compare the 2 companies, the Red Bull and the Coca-Cola, and once you see the analysis, you see the pricing strategy. Always the Coca-Cola is ahead. You see the Coca-Cola is ahead, the red, and the Red Bull is the blue. The sampling, Coca-Cola is ahead. Creating conversation, Coca-Cola still lead. The only experimental marketing, is the same. And you have exhibition, still Coca-Cola. Promotion, Coca-Cola. Sponsorship, it's almost the same. Sports clothes, Coca-Cola. Relationship, events, magazines, radio, TV and cinema, sports and marketing. It's all about Coca-Cola. And what do you think Coca-Cola is doing better in terms of promotion and in terms of what the Red Bull cannot compete with the Coca-Cola?
They spend more on advertising.
They also put on billboard as well.
Yeah.
The streets and everywhere. It's not only in this country, everywhere they put on their billboards just to recognize the Coca-Cola is the best at selling.
Yeah, so you think their strategy of promotion is more better than
more about
both?
Advertising and they're also doing the social media as well.
Okay, all right. I think you're right. For example, then we go to research, marketing mix strength and limitations. And we have the strength here, and we have the